Why teach financial literacy? Most people work hard their entire lives. Yet they still struggle with money. They earn more, but somehow they save less. They get promotions, but their stress increases. They buy bigger houses, newer cars, and better phones, yet they feel more trapped than ever. So the real question is not, why don't people earn enough money? The real question is, why don't people understand money? This is exactly what Robert Kiyosaki explains in Chapter 2 of Rich Dad Poor Dad, Why Teach Financial Literacy? And this lesson might be the most important one in the entire book. What is financial literacy? Financial literacy is not about being rich. It is not about earning a high salary. And it is definitely not about having a fancy job title. Financial literacy means understanding how money works. It means knowing what is an asset, what is a liability, how cash flow moves, how money enters your life and how money leaves your life. Most people never learn these things. They learn how to work, they learn how to obey instructions. They learn how to pass exams. But they never learn how money actually behaves. Why most people struggle with money? Here's a hard truth. Most people are not poor because they don't earn enough. They are poor because they don't understand cash flow. They earn money, then immediately spend it, then borrow more, then repeat the cycle. This cycle continues for decades. More income does not fix the problem. In many cases, it makes the problem worse. Because when income goes up, expenses go up faster. This is why doctors, engineers, and executives, people with high salaries, often struggle financially. They earn more, but they also spend more. Without financial literacy, money simply disappears. The biggest mistake people make. The biggest mistake people make is confusing income with wealth. Income is what you earn. Wealth is what you keep. A person earning $100,000 but spending $105,000 is poorer than someone earning $40,000 and saving $10,000. Financial literacy teaches you to focus on what you own, what generates income, what drains your money. Without this knowledge, people stay stuck no matter how hard they work. This is why Rich Dad emphasized understanding assets and liabilities. An asset puts money into your pocket, while a liability takes money out of your pocket. This simple definition changes the way you see money forever. Most people buy things they believe are assets, but in reality, they are liabilities. A large house with heavy monthly payments, a new car bought on credit, or expensive lifestyle upgrades may look successful from the outside, but they quietly drain money every month. Rich Dad believed that real financial intelligence comes from focusing on cash flow, not appearance. If something takes money out of your pocket, it is a liability, no matter how impressive it looks. Schools do not teach this because the education system is designed to create employees, not investors or business owners. Students are trained to look for job security instead of financial freedom. They are taught to work for money, not to make money work for them. This is why financial education must be self-taught. Those who take responsibility for learning about money gain an advantage that most people never develop. Another major reason financial literacy is important is fear. Fear of losing a job. Fear of missing payments. Fear of running out of money. This fear keeps people trapped in what Rich Dad calls the rat race. People work harder and harder, but they never escape because they don't have options. Financial literacy creates options. And options reduce fear. High income can actually be dangerous without financial education. When people earn more, banks are willing to lend them more. Expenses grow, lifestyle inflation takes over, and debt increases. People feel rich, but in reality, they are financially weaker. This is why financial literacy matters more than income. Knowledge protects you from mistakes that money alone cannot fix. Taxes are another area where financial literacy makes a massive difference. Employees earn money and pay taxes first, then try to live on what remains. Business owners and investors earn money, manage expenses, and pay taxes last. This legal difference gives financially educated people a powerful advantage. Without understanding this system, people lose a large portion of their income without realizing why. Rich Dad believed that knowledge is more valuable than money. Money comes and goes, but financial education stays with you forever. This is why people who suddenly receive money often lose it. Without financial literacy, money eventually disappears. But with financial literacy, money can grow and multiply. The rich focus on cash flow, not salary. They ask where money is coming from, where it is going, and how it can be redirected into assets. Once you start thinking this way, money becomes logical instead of emotional. Decisions become clearer, and progress becomes visible over time. Financial literacy is not about becoming greedy. It is about becoming free. Free from fear, free from stress, and free from depending on a single paycheck. This is why Rich Dad believed teaching financial literacy is more important than working hard for money. Because when you understand money, you control it. And when you control money, you control your future. When you understand money, you stop being controlled by emotions. Fear, greed, and impatience lose their power over you. Instead of reacting, you start planning. Instead of guessing, you start calculating. Money stops being stressful and starts becoming manageable. This mental shift is one of the biggest benefits of financial literacy. Rich Dad believed that true security does not come from a job. Jobs can be lost, businesses can fail, and economies can crash. True security comes from knowledge, skills, and the ability to adapt. Financial literacy gives you that security. It allows you to rebuild, restart, and recover no matter what happens. This lesson ultimately teaches that financial freedom is a choice, not an accident. It starts with education, continues with discipline, and grows with experience. You don't need to be rich to start learning about money. You just need the willingness to question what you were taught and the courage to learn something new. That is why teaching financial literacy matters. Because without it, people work hard their entire lives and still struggle. But with it, even ordinary people can build extraordinary financial futures. When you understand money, you stop chasing it, and instead, you start directing it. And that is the real lesson behind Chapter 2 of Rich Dad Poor Dad.